Hey, my beautiful subscribers. Um, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to get in here tonight like I wanted to, um, and really dig into some dreams and visions. But like I said, I think I don't know. I'm not gonna be in here long. Actually, I know I said that last time, and I was in here like almost 20 minutes. But I probably won't be in the garage after tonight. It's sad. Uh, Not that I don't want to be in the garage, because the garage, I don't know, it's cool. It's getting ready to be winter, and it is. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put a space heater in here, but I don't know. I think it would still be cold. Um, but I am gonna be back in my office. My son is moving out, and as much as I'm happy to see my office again, I hate to see him go. I'm gonna miss my baby. He is. I know he ain't a baby. My baby. Well, I'm calling a baby. He is. Oh man, what is he? 32? Yeah. So my baby's. He not a baby. So I don't know. I'm just gonna miss him. So I'm good. Um, like I said, I hate to see him go. That's my baby. It was nice having him here while he was. But his sister is collecting him. So anyway, I will probably be doing my videos from my office. So I get to see my office and all my little creative stuff that I like to do. I guess is in there. Um, I didn't take everything down, so I kind of left a lot of my stuff up. And anyway, like I said, just my dream language, the foundation, I think of my dream language came from my relationship with God, and understanding how, well, let me dial it back some. Okay, so I was going to church or whatever. And like I said, for years, I didn't understand dreams and visions, didn't understand what a seer was, didn't know any of these things. So I'd say 2010 is when I started to get a clear understanding that there was something there more than just, I knew God could talk to you in dreams, and I knew He could talk to you audible. I knew He could do these things. I just didn't know He was doing it with me. And so, like I said, you hear that if you eat certain foods and go to bed, you'll have wild and crazy dreams. And so that's what I pretty much thought. Didn't know that God took the time to talk to me, which was nice to know that He talks to everybody. We just not listening. So he's especially when if you're a believer in Christ, He's talking to you. And like I said, I started going to church. It's called Agape Worship Center International, where my apostle Marshall McGee is the overseer. Actually, Dr. Apostle Marshall McGee is the overseer, and then Dr. Pastor Prophet Randy McGee is the pastor, and you are looking at the assistant pastor of the church. So it is it was a lot of growing. Pastor Randy, she's the one who gave me the book Dream Language, because she saw what God saw, or she could see what God was doing in me when I couldn't see it. And she just kind of helped, I guess, grow me up in the spirit, and stuff, just under their tutelage, and understanding the word, understanding who I was in God, understanding that he had a purpose and a plan for my life, truly did. And I began to really dig into the book. When she gave it to me, I didn't really read it at first. I just was like, oh, okay. But I don't know. One day I sat down, opened it up, started reading, and thought, this is very interesting. And the more I read, the more interested I was. And I just began to really just dig into that. And I found out that I had my own dream language. I had my own personal language that I knew this was me and God talking. So, of course, back in those days, they didn't have refrigerators. So, there had to be a reference for a refrigerator for me, for my language. And so I understood what does refrigerator mean to me? And so when I thought about the refrigerator, I thought, well, the refrigerator is, to me, is a place that you put food. It's where I put my food. And it keeps it fresh. It keeps it, you know, the freezer keeps it cold or whatever so it doesn't spoil. The refrigerator keeps it, in the temperature it needs to be so it doesn't spoil. So this is food. So I had this dream, and like I said, I guess throughout this I'll be sharing a few of my dreams. But I had this dream, and it's weird because I can remember a lot of my dreams. And most people, they be like, I wake up the next day and can't remember nothing. And that happens to me. But anyway, so I have this dream. And in the dream, I can't remember exactly. Like I said, I can remember bits and pieces because it's been so long ago. But this was when I first started learning how to figure out my dream language. So in the dream, I was in the garage. Didn't have a reference for a garage because they didn't have garages back in the day either. And so, but in the garage, I remember going in the garage, and I remember there was it was stuff in the garage, but I don't know. I just remember the garage door opening up, and Apostle Marshall walks in, and he says, I have something for you. And he says, but you're going to have to make room. And I remember clearing out a space, and he brings in a refrigerator. And I thought, this is an odd thing to give someone. But he gave me a refrigerator. And I don't know why, but in the dream, I was so excited to get this refrigerator. And I remember wanting to put stuff on it, like to decorate it, like on the outside of the refrigerator. And he said the most profound thing to me in the dream is he said, it's not what's on the outside, but what you put on the inside. And I said, oh. I said, well, yeah, okay. And then I woke up. And of course, at the time, I had no idea the reference to a garage, reference to a refrigerator. I just knew that my pastor gave me a refrigerator. I understand now that my pastor was feeding me. And then he gave me the capacity to store the things that he was giving me. So he gave me a way of being able to feed myself, I like to say. But the garage or whatever would be like old. I don't know. When I think of a garage, I ain't gonna lie. Most people think garage is where I park my car. As y'all can clearly see, ain't no car in my garage. I grew up, the garage was never used for the car. It was never used for the car. It was everything but for the car. So the garage normally turned into where you put all your old belongings, old stuff that you don't use or want, or just something to put where out of the way. So when, like I said, for garage, for me, the reference for garage is like old things, storage, And so I had to remove some old things in order to bring in something new. And then he explained to me that the refrigerator, you don't just decorate the outside of the refrigerator, which means the food that I'm giving you or what I'm giving you is eternal. Take this in, and then you can have it inside of you, not just on the outside. Don't glorify just the outside of this, but begin to fill up the inside. That's what's important, the inside of things. And so, like I said, took me a minute to figure that out, as far as referencing. Oh, it feels like something is sticking me in this sweater. But anyway, took a minute for me to build a dream language, but that's how I began to build things, stuff that stuck out in the dream. And so, like I said, it was probably a lot more going on in that dream, but most of the dreams now, when I can recall them, I'm just recalling the things that actually stood out, meant something at the time. I just didn't know that's what it meant. So, of course, I grabbed my journal, started writing stuff down, and would journal it. And voila, dream language eventually started coming into play. So I have, like I said, I have quite a bit of, I got a lot of pages on here that's, actually it ain't even full, but it's still a lot of pages, and it's just stuff I jot down as I'm learning, because I'm always learning. And like I said, the word always says we're a work in progress. We truly are a work in progress. You are ever yet learning. You will never not be in a learning mode. So don't think ever that you're going to just get to an end and just know everything. You're never going to know everything. You're never going to have all the answers. You're never going to be perfect at everything that you do. I'm not saying you can't perfect something, but you will never be total perfection, because we are always learning, always. So I guess I'm gonna end this video. I just wanted to get in here, touch some bases with you, and we are going to dig into numbers and stuff, and maybe I can reference some numbers to you and tell you how numbers work, because they well, I won't do it this video, but I can we'll jump into numbers first. All right, and then we could play around with some of my dreams once we get all this fundamental stuff out of the way. Love you guys. Have a blessed evening, and I hope y'all like these videos. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. See you guys later.